What's going on, Grand Rising? Grand Rising today is July the 8th, 2024, Monday, and we are super excited to be kicking off Q3 of 2024, already halfway through the year, which is pretty crazy. We've had some really crazy price this year, I would say, and not crazy, but just some pretty interesting price and just a lot of learning. But we'll go ahead and jump straight into the top down analysis. If you guys are new to this channel or new to any of my videos, just understand that sometimes I kind of talk monotone. So if you go to the bottom of the screen and you actually maybe 1.5 the speed of the video, it'll speed up everything that I'm saying a little bit. So as well, if you're on YouTube, make sure you went over to the settings and updated to the HD, because sometimes it kind of, depending on your computer or maybe depending on your Wi-Fi or wherever you're at, sometimes it makes you have to upgrade that to the HD version. So really quickly here, just an update on dollar index, something we've been looking at, and we look at every day. It's going to be that weekly time frame. Ever since we've gotten that rejection from 106 level, we've seen quite a bit of price fall. So this is not the market open. This is actually some price I was studying from last week. But as of right now, we've opened up pretty bearish. If you look at the daily open here, we'll go ahead and mark that really quick. All right, because we like to have our confluences line up with daily opening price. So this is going to be that market open for this week. So when you look at market open, where it looks like we're almost going to go ahead and finally destroy this 104.50 level and come down into the weekly 104 whole level and then 103.50 half level. And that's a potential, right? If we continue down, I would say on this daily in H4 down into the 104.50s. Now, once we get into that 104.50 level when it comes to dollar index, I will have my eyes really set on what happens under this wick and at that 104.50 level. Now, the other place I'm really eyeballing is the wick right here at 104.25 quarter level, with this little gap, this little inefficiency here. So it'll be interesting to see. 104.50 is a key level for me. 104.25 quarter level. Now, if they just blow through both of those and come down into the 104, 103.50 level, then we will, I guess, expect more upside when it comes to our futures market, right? Because that's kind of what we're expecting. But I think we're in such a crazy uptrend over there that it would be nice to see inside of this candle on dollar, maybe a little bit of reaccumulation to pump up. But we shall see. Now, looking at higher time frames, futures markets, obviously weeklies, all-time highs. We've been looking at the YM price, Dow price, whatever you want to call it, for quite a while now, ever since they set this candle here and left, back in April, the all-time highs. Like when we took all-time highs, as you can see on NQ and ES, we ran since then, and we still have quite a room to go before we take all-time highs with YM. So now looking at a little bit lower daily time frames, 1, 2, 3, 4 days bullish, 1, 2, 3, 4 days bullish. It's a little bit choppy here, but relatively pretty bullish. And then for our intraday direction, there's nothing from our previous day low or from our market open prices from right now that's showing us that price is going to get weak. I do have my eyes on that 39,880 level that opened in this last candle here on H4. But as of right now, there's really just nothing that's stopping the bullish market. Then taking a look at like I said, intraday, we are taking the previous day high from Friday. We've done that on ES and have done the same thing here on YM. So as soon as they take one of the liquidities, the low of the day or the high of the day, I go right back into that mode of looking for Asian liquidity or maybe a spot where price could pull back to bounce. Now, the one thing I will say about this market right now is I'm not going to force myself into any shorts. It's going to have to be very clear. I'm going to have a target and a great place to exit the position. And then potentially I may trade some micros. I know I will this week for sure on some of my personal accounts and whatnot. I may trade some micros, so just always have those marked up. They're exactly the same. There's really no difference in the price and how it works to me personally. But it just depends on the person. So if you haven't already, make sure you went through your trader's constitution, set up that mental framework to win today. Um, and let's see what we get. We're not going to force anything this week. We have quite a bit of news this week. So, just stay focused on, being able to take quality setups and to have targets where you can, get out of the market and preserve capital. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move you guys over to the sniped window. Let's see if we get any kind of action today. I do have Top Step here on the other side of me, just kind of listening to what they're looking at for the day. But yeah, we're at all-time highs and ES is blasting. So let's see. So for me, I would say on the smaller time frame, like obviously we're getting that double top destroyed here, not destroyed, but we're getting it tapped into. Asian liquidity is open, so it could break down, it could go right under Asian liquidity, reaccumulate, and go right back up. So you have to be kind of careful. And I'm really focused on that 2050 level. So we'll see what they do because usually by 9 they're giving you the best move. So I just don't want to be forceful or anything. As I'm going into this, I won't talk as much. You'll kind of have to just kind of watch as I take action. I'll say a couple things here and there. But my goal is to really lock in on the price action of what I'm getting. So we got about 2 minutes left. Like I said, make sure you set up that mental framework. Think about this, long term, how many, I started this series, 100-day series for a reason to kind of show people like, stop trying to, make it all happen in a week. Look at your results as a trader, over the course of like 100 days, playing your game and see where you're at, so let's get it. It's a really, really nice push down right there. They probably will, attack that Asian liquidity in a sense, I would think. So we'll watch here. And the divergences are doing well. You have ES and NQ showing downside more, and then you have YM screaming right now, so to the upside. Okay, so that's really pushing down. So that's, it's running away. There's really nothing you can do when price runs away in the first minute like that. And now you're starting to see ES and YM climb at the same time. So maybe they're just really destroying people right here. So I'm going to be very patient today, just because we're at all-time highs, and I don't want to take a short position unless they ran out some shorts. So if they end up if this position ends up falling from here while you have ES and NQ moving higher, I'm good. So this first 5 minutes we'll be able to see really what we're getting, but I mean, since they've taken that high right here, they haven't shown any signs of strength on NQ. So okay, so that price just completely fell. So I'll be patient here. Like I said, if they come down in the first 5 minutes and they hold this 55 minute area, then we'll see. But um, it's just when they're taking off like that, they pushed away, they came back and touched the open. I mean, that's the only chance that you can take, I would think, to attack that Asian liquidity. But I just don't. I wouldn't do it when you have NQ or excuse me, ES and YM moving higher right now aggressively. Wow, one candle. I turned away from the snipe window to see what you guys are seeing, and then one candle, they 620 level that really fast. So okay, so let's just be patient, and then obviously we have that bearish dollar, so that's going to fit into the bias of why this is probably moving higher. Let's see where we're at 106. So I want to see like 104 60s over there. Okay, so we're still above the high of the day. So that price did close higher, so that's a good sign. But I wouldn't play this unless it came all the way back down. If I was going to long the position, I'd want it back below New York. But ES is screaming right now to the upside. YM screaming. I mean, from the New York Open, 39, let's just say 780, 775, all the way up to like 950. So that's almost 150 points in one 15-minute push. So no signs of weakness right now that I see. Um, I'm really going to be watching this 5 minute though, because the way this five looks, it could potentially brew up when you have this last sub candle and they just kind of ran a liquidity above New York. But I need something pretty clear, to be honest. So all I did was mark that previous day high area because I mean it's pretty strong right now. So unless this area holds uh 15.5, then this thing is gonna sell off, like it'll just take off to the downside here. So I don't see anything that's stopping that Asian liquidity sweep at this point. But we'll continue to watch this area. But they are breaking lower fast. Damn, I really was looking for something like that, but it's a little bit higher. Okay. Dollar still looks really weak, so I don't see. Let me take a first 5 minutes here. I mean, this thing is crushing, dude. Damn. 830, 835. Okay, guys. So price is really relentless to the downside. I don't really see anything. Um, until we can break the low of day, which is here, which is so high up on that 4 hour, 1 hour swing. Until we could break that, I really wouldn't want to buy anything, like me personally. 2,600 there could be, but it's just the likelihood after they take a sweep of liquidity like that of the day. It's kind of lower, but um, we'll see. The other two aren't showing any signs of weakness as of right now. So, I mean, this is the only one that's really showing that type of weakness. $835 to 840, you have no signs of strength right now. Um, Now, this is the area that I kind of anticipated this whole level potential because the other two had skyrocketed at New York Open. So I just don't see anything that's like clear. For my eyes, what goes, in my head is like, where's the liquidity? Well, this was the liquidity from Friday, and now you have a new high, which is here. So a lot of liquidity here at the high of day, and then we have the low of day still open. So we're just kind of we're squeezed in between the price, right? And there it looks pretty good right here. The way that they just took that internal and are starting to pull it back up. So 835 to 840, we'll see. I don't see anything clear, and I'm not gonna force myself into something. Do you see ES up? Bias wise, dollar still down. So I mean, anytime you can find a buy position, honestly, it's not bad. I mean, I would have probably taken one right here, off of this candle with my stop at the 2,600 level, but I don't want to chase this now. Okay, so that price is really, excuse me, really good. How it's building up there. So we're just kind of, like I said, we're sitting at all-time high, so we just need to be careful how we want to react here and do things. Relentless though, right? They're relentless. 5 minute close, nearing the close. 835 to 840, very bearish. All right, and then we only have one 5 minute candle left. So if dollar continues to stay in that momentum that it's in, then I'll probably look for something after they sweep the low of day if they do, unless they hold this area because I think they can end up holding 2,600 as well, but um, just not for sure. So 835 to 840. Okay, so 5 minute bearish price right there. Okay. So they're still watching this area. I mean, it's not really falling lower in that area, but you don't really have any like 1 or 5 minute, 1 minute strength to play off of with that Asian liquidity still open. All right. So I'll go ahead and mark that really quick. I'll mark it over here actually. Okay, so that looks pretty good right there. I probably will attempt this, honestly. Let me see where I'm at here. 602s. 2600. Basically, take profits. 50. So I'm looking for this area here. I know what my risk, if it's gonna let me move it. If it's gonna let me move it. Wow. Come on, dude. I want it right on that low. So want to see if this price can continue up like YM and ES and hold that 15 area. If not, then I'll probably attempt the Asian liquidity buyers area. So really want to focus when price starts to move in our favor. Okay. So I'm really watching this area, seeing if it's going to hold that 15 pretty much area going into the first 15-minute close, right? Because if it does and it never takes the Asian liquidity, the overnight players, then there's a good chance that we might rally up and take those New York traders out at the high of day. So I do want to mark. We know that high of day is like 2644. It could move lower first. I'm not saying it's gonna for sure move higher, but there's a chance we might. But that 1 minute looks terrible. And unless they can break out of that area and go back above New York fairly quickly, then it might be not work out. So we can go to like 2700s and break up a little bit higher here. And like I said, this would work out a lot better. I mean, I did like shorts too, but it's because I think dollar's still overall pretty bearish. That's why I want to just continue to find the longs until we have like a legit short position. But we'll see. Yeah, so good 5 minute reaction, good 15 so far. So now if we can just go take the top off the market, that would really make it a lot better. Okay, so good closes there for the 845 potential, 15 minute at least. So now if we can see price go up higher from here and hold that 15 5 minute structure like that, I think there's a chance that we could pay ourselves right above the higher of day and then go break even on the rest. And that's what we'll do for today. So that's what we're looking for to happen potentially. Which it looks pretty bearish, unfortunately, on this higher time frame over here, but so we'll see. Not really seeing the price like we really want, but I mean, this looks good here, but I just want to see it go back above New York fairly quickly here and not have to wait on it too long. And then for this, where did we put that? It's way too far. 720s. Really don't even need that. I could do like 680s, but that's just not looking as strong right now. But we'll watch this 5 minute close will be key. That doesn't look so great. Kind of looks like absorption though as well. So that's what I'm kind of hoping on when it comes to like ES and YM and how strong they are. So, and then taking a look at dollar index, we're just kind of sitting at market open, but below it. So this looks terrible. Like I said, on the 1 hour, we're pretty squeezed in price. So, it could definitely go to Asian liquidity first if it wanted to. Looking at the other two, though, I'm going to stick in this trade. The other two are, massively going up. This did reach down to that nice level and reject 2,600. So I think 2,600 is pretty strong level. If not, then like I said, they'll reach pro market and Asian liquidity. ES is running to the upside right now. YM as well. So those 1 hours look really bullish on those two, and we're just kind of suppressed over here. But it looks like it wants to pop out to that 2,650 possibly. Higher time frame. So we can just finally do what the other two are doing, then there may be a chance this thing pops out. They're making it so difficult the way they've done it. They swept that high of day, so they're just frustrating to see this. Because it looks like they want to take that high of day and then just go down to the 2,500 levels. See how this 5 minute closes here. ES still 15-minute printing bullish. YM is still definitely is. So just love to see a nice little pop from the 620s here up into those 2660s, 2050s. Okay, so still watching price here. 5 minute close, good close. So still just kind of watching this area here. Now, if we break above that 2644 high, what I'll do is go break even on half the trade, and I'll either go break even. We'll kind of see actually. I'm either gonna go break even or pull half the position. So I want to take a step forward, or we'll see because it just depends on how we get above this New York opening price if we do. If they push through this without any big rejections, right, on this 15 1 hour, then we're good. I think we'll go take this new high and run and rally out. So I think they're gonna go all time high here on the NQ. Four hours of really bullish, really, really big expansion there. Really big expansion there. So we'll continue to watch prices rallying like crazy. And we're looking at H4 here, like 2,700. So just to be careful, since we are all-time highs, I may pay myself here. We're going to continue to watch this 5-minute close. NQES moving. Was kind of looking for this to move very similar above 2650, a little bit stronger here. If not, what I want to do is be ready to sell a contract if I need to. No signs of weakness right now. Yes, and YM look pretty good, so we'll see. So we'll take one of those just to take it. And then what we're going to do is break this into one order. Then I'm going to frame it on the 5-minute. So either that's going to work right there or it's not. You know, I frame it up off the 15.5. I really kind of want my risk to be here, but I want to be in profit as well. So, or no, that's not in profit, excuse me. So I just want my risk to be right under that area. I don't want it to be too crazy. So I like this, just being patient here. Now price can rally up, you know, to the 675s, then I will cover the position. But as of right now, I don't really want to. Not yet, at least. So price is starting to kind of break down that area. Not really showing me what I want to see. So that's fine. You know, either price is going to react on this 5-minute close, higher open, higher close, or it's going to fail the New York open area and not be able to move higher. Looking at the other 2 15-minutes, they look pretty good. At least ES and YM. YM is very bullish. We're at 40,000 now from New York Open, which is 3770. So that's hella points just today. Okay, so we'll see how price reacts here. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, then we have about a 10-point risk on the board. So all right, see how this 5-minute closes. If this 5-minute can close above this black candle right here and close like a white up here, then maybe. But if not, then it'll topple over because they just kind of ran that liquidity. ES is strong, YM strong. Good close 5-minute there with a huge wick at the top. So we'll see, you know. We're really pressed on that H1. You do have already ES and YM already closing higher on that H1. So that's why I'm anticipating that we're going to come out of this area. And then with dollar index, excuse me, we're still looking pretty bearish. We're printing below market open still. So, you know, see the money, take the money. Where are you taking the money is the key, I think. Today being above all-time highs was a good spot when price was rallying like that. So I just don't see any signs of weakness right now. The 5-minute looks pretty good. So So I'm not really seeing the momentum I want to see if this was going to work for us. You know, they say when it's slow, it'll grow. When it's fast, it won't last. This is slowly growing. I do have like a reference point of where I'm looking personally, which is going to be, which we've seen, which is right here, this candle. So if we've made that attempt and we rallied before. So now there's really no difference to me when you look at it like this. That's the end of the day. And then since until the end of the day, this is like your mark, right? And so it's like we look really good to that end of the day mark if we can go take this new high, right? So where we took profit before, we paid ourselves a little bit, we break through that level, then that's when I probably go ahead and turn this one off, right? Lock it off because we're breaking out of that 15.5 area and we're on the new levels. But I want to see those new levels first. We did hit that 40,000 level and reject really nice on YM. So there's a possibility once they take this high, it could be it as well. So I'll probably go ahead and trail my risk personally up to here if we can get a breakout of this area. And then looking at that 4-hour candle, it's about to close in 2 minutes as well. It looks pretty strong on a close. So that's why I'm kind of looking into, the next 4 hours being strong potentially. So we'll see. The way that price is taking the liquidity with the sweep and then failing the New York Open, we'll say, is difficult. And the way this 15-minute looks, you have a lower low, and then you had a run on liquidity, and then now price is starting to do that. Not as good to me as a buy position. But we had already reduced our risk on the trade, so it's okay. But I would think that wick is a target. So I want to make this box just a different color so you kind of have an idea of what I'm looking at here. So I'm attempting to think that this wick is a target right here, the high of day. So it just depends on how they build the price up. You're not really seeing the momentum on the 15 with ES anymore. 1 hour looks good to close very bullish. So does YM. 4 hours going to close good, and we're going to close a bullish candle on NQ. So I could see possibly the end of this hour here, we get up out of this area. Going into 9 a.m. here. So that price looks good on the 5-minute from that area that we're looking from. Now, if we can just go slip the highs, I think that will make it a lot better, obviously. And so good open there. Oof, let's see how they dump here. So they all kind of opened with that flash. I call it a flash dump. So let's see what they do for the 9 a.m. Which makes a lot of sense. They're 4 hours closed really nice and strong. So if this is going to be that mitigation area, then this will be the mitigation area. My risk is actually inside of the trade. So if it was down here, maybe better, but it may just tap this area and go, unfortunately, which I will be okay with if it does. So cool. Like I said, a lot of manipulation in this area here. Me personally, I probably want to attempt. I probably want to attempt this area again. Let me make sure. Let me see if I'm going to attempt it on my personal micros. But I may attempt after the Asian liquidity buy. So let me see. Let me see kind of where that's at. And so, yeah, the way that price did that, let me go ahead and go back over here. We'll kind of finish up. So we still have a profitable day on our hands. It's very small. Thank God for the partial. Um, Now we'll watch liquidity and we'll kind of watch how they build up and do things here. They did run that small time frame price action. We're still holding the daily price though, right? The swing low, we have the swing high, and we're still absorbing in that area. Um, but maybe this is the time finally. We got that lower low. We'll go back and look at. We had the rally on stops, all right, and then after that rally on stops, we had price try to attempt New York Open one more time. And then price couldn't hold above New York Open and started to fall down. So um, I'm grateful today with this because, like I said, I'm still in a profit for today. Now, I could have even went break even and make it a little even better. Um, but the other thing I could do, right, because I'm in a profit today of quite a bit, not quite a bit, but if I took another just E-mini contract with my normal risk, I wouldn't be. So what I can do is I can switch over and log into my micros, right? And I can actually just take five contracts where I could do $10 a point and still be able to capitalize for small risk. But for where it comes to today, when the stream, it's probably going to go to like 9:20, but I'm probably going to leave it at that because this is my Top Step account and I don't want to. It's kind of like a hit or miss, either I'm going to win or I'm not, and that's it. Like I'm not going to continue to try to push the envelope or do anything like that. Taking one step forward is all I need. So we'll continue to watch here, see if we see anything else. But as of right now, that's pretty much where I'm at for today. Okay, so yeah, for the stream purposes for today, like I said, I'm not going to attempt to do anything else with this account. I'm in a good position for today, being up $400. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching. We'll be back the same time, same place tomorrow, and trade safe. These markets are a little crazy, a little choppy. They're gonna, make you want to do this, make you want to do that. But just get in, get your bag, be grateful for, you know, there's no reason not to be grateful for $500 to $400, sitting here pressing buttons on your phone. So with that, like I said, have a great rest of your day, great week, and I will see you guys same time, same place tomorrow. Have a good one.